I lost my brother to suicide after I turned 16. He was also very unwell, and he didn't really speak up much about it. I believe he felt that that being unwell is an illness that you should be embarrassed about, that should be something to be fearful of. I also had a really tough time when I was younger in terms of mental illness, and I really struggled quite a lot throughout school, and I think the biggest problem I had was that I really had my whole life mapped out. I decided I wanted to be a vet, that's all I cared about, and I knew that to do well in school was my ticket to get there, and I was doing quite well for a while, and then halfway through year 7 I just totally crashed without any explanation. And usually in any area of medicine or in life we see things in terms of cause and effect, but for me it was nothing. It came out of nowhere, and I was honest with my doctors and with my family, but I couldn't be honest with the people at my school. I really honestly thought that being unwell was a sign of weakness, and of not being a man, not being a proper person, and so I hid a lot, and I regret doing that, because it was only some years later that I went to my high school reunion and I spoke to all these guys. I just kind of got on the mic and spoke to them like I'm talking to you now, and I told them all these things that happened. I said those 9 months when I was away, I was in an adolescent psychiatric ward, and I dropped out of school, and that was a whole different story as well. And the reaction I got from them was the opposite of what I expected, always. I was so fearful of how they'd react, and at the end they were giving me hugs and handshakes, and rather than bullying me, and a lot of them said, "Dude, thank you for saying that. I just wish you had said it years earlier, because I was going through the same thing at the same time, and I just never knew anyone else was, so I couldn't talk about it." And I think so much of this problem that we face together as a society is that a lot of it is based on communication. We have a lot of great research, a lot of really great clinical services, and I think the real tragedy is when we don't get out there and talk more about it and encourage each other to get out there and do it. And so I got well, I got the right diagnosis, got the right medication, talking therapy, and things are great. I've really found a lot of meaning and purpose in my life now. I'm just one voice, I'm just one person, I'm only just one story, but everyone's got a story, and I think we can really help each other out a lot if we talk a lot more and encourage each other to seek help and stick with it. And I think this award is such a good idea, because it really encourages us to speak up more, and I think that is not the only part of this solution, but it's the key to a lot of it.